project, and now we're going to turn around and look at how to create a slideshow. So let me introduce you to Google Slides. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come up to our drive. Once our drive is open, we are going to go over to the new icon, the new button up on the top left over here corner, right underneath the words Google Drive. It says new. We're going to click on new, and then we're going to go to Google Slides. So we're just going to give it a click really quick. I like to do a blank presentation. I don't like to go from a template. So I'm going to show you how to do that really quick. We're going to give that a click. And once that's open, you can see we have all these cool little things. On the right side, you have themes. In this presentation, you can change the theme or the look of how you'd like your slide to be. Now me, I'll be completely honest with you. I like to do everything from scratch. And I always tell my kids, KISS, keep it simple, silly. But you can see right over here, there's still, if you like to have a template or a theme, something nice and easy, just take a look over here, and it's really not bad. You click on something and you can plug in the words. But I like to start fresh. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to here, Simple Light, and I'm going to hit the X up here and get rid of that. So now that's what my screen looks like. Now I'm going to add some slides to this, and I always like to add blank slides because right here it says click to add title. I don't like when I'm kind of told what to do, especially with these programs. So what I'm going to do, I am going to click on slide number 1, and then I'm just simply going to right click and cut, or delete the slide is just fine too. Delete the slide and it's gone. So now I'm going to add a new slide. So if you look up here, you'll see a new slide up here on the left hand side, top left hand side. It's got a plus sign. I'm going to click here, and the layouts you can choose. Again, they tell you where to put things, which are helpful to some people, but I always like to choose to go with a blank slide. So I'm going to click on the blank slide like that, and I want to create a slideshow with multiple slides. So I can either go here and I can keep doing this, go up to the plus sign, down to the blank, or I can just right click this and I can hit copy and paste. Or I can right click, very simple again, and I can hit duplicate slide right here, duplicate the slide. So I can do that. So now you can see there's different ways to add slides. Now, very similar to Docs and even PowerPoint in a way, there's lots of different functions up here that do different things, and we're going to go through those in a second. And then there's icons, which are shortcuts to certain functions. Like over here it says Insert. If I click Insert, I have image here, correct? Okay, or a text box. Well, I don't necessarily have to click that. I can click the text box right here, or I can insert an image right here. There's a little icon for a shortcut to that function. But before I start, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to say Slide Practice. And that's how I'm going to name this, Slide Practice, right up top. And I'm going to start off, I'm going to show you some simple things. So we're going to start by inserting, we're going to insert some text. So we're going to come over here to text box, we're going to click that, and we're going to drag this down right here, and you'll see a plus sign. You see the top corner of the slide, there's a plus sign. Well, I'm going to click my left mouse button, hold it down, and drag that plus sign, and I'm going to have a text box. So now I can type in I could put simple text in this box, and you can change anything about this box, which is pretty cool. So if I highlight this area, I go here, and I like things to be like a different, I like Georgia font face, and we can increase the font size as well. And I can drag this and bring it along so it's here. Now, you'll notice that this is left aligned inside the text box. So if you have text and it's left aligned and you want to center it, it's very simple. Over here is another icon for alignment. You click here and we can center it right there. This here is right alignment. This here is justify, and this one is center. There we go. Now, another cool feature I love about this, you'll notice that this is more toward the top of the text box. Now, I could shrink the box like this, and that'll be just fine. Or I can go like this. And it'll put it in the center of that text box, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm going to bring that down. Now, look at this. What's really cool, you get a guideline. Look at this. That red guideline right there says that this text box is centered. It's not centered now, centered. Not centered now, centered. Now we have that. Pretty cool, right? All right, so now I'm going to insert more text. I'm going to put like over here, I have that plus sign. I click this. I get the plus sign. Watch. I click the T. I get the plus sign. I hold down my left mouse button. I drag it. And over here I'm going to put header of slide. This is where you want to put like maybe your topic, what you're talking about. And I'm going to use a different font. I'm not going to go too far off the map though. I'll probably stick with something similar. And I am going to make it very large, like that. And I'm also going to center this. So while the blue is all highlighted, you can do things. You don't even have to, I don't even have to highlight the text if I don't want. As long as the blue is like that, I can go and make everything, watch this. Well, not with this, but I'll show you. With alignment, you can do it. So if I go like this, there's around here, and I go like this, and I don't really have to highlight the text. I just go like that, and it jumps in the middle. So we got that here, and we want the guideline to tell me it's in the center. There it is. I let it go. And now we want to insert an image in our slide. So I'm going to go here, and I can upload from the computer. I can get something from my Google Drive, or I can search the web. Let's search the web this time. And let's find an image of, let me see, a camera. Very simple. And here's some images of cameras. And I am going to borrow this image here. I'm going to grab it, just like this, and drag it in. Okay, it should just go in. There might be more than one there, but we're going to find out. And I'm going to click this out. And see that? Now, see the guide here says it's centered this way. When I go like this, I have almost like a crosshairs. I have like a big, massive red plus sign. That's telling me that this camera image is perfectly centered. And that's how you put together a slide. Now, here's a neat little trick. See, this is slide number 5. I wanted that to be the beginning of my slideshow. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to click on that, hold down my left mouse button, and I'm just going to drag it up. Okay, very cool. You can also do it this way. I can right-click this one, and I can move the slide to the beginning, like that. But this one, I'm going to click on it, right-click, and I'm going to move the slide back to the beginning. So that is just a very quick introduction to some of the little things you can do and create a slide with Google Slides. We'll be back with some more stuff in a few minutes, or in our next presentation, whatever comes first.